Hi everyone, my name is Emma Allardyce, a fourth year business management student from Glasgow Caledonian University, studying the Managing Sustainable Business Excellence module. The coursework for this module is a digital story which focuses on the energy sector, detailing critical evaluation upon the ethical conduct practices within both BP and OVO Energy. The presentation will begin by discussing what ethics is and how it's supported through the evaluation of concepts and frameworks applied by both companies in order to acknowledge regulatory pressures from stakeholders. Compliance Initiatives 2020, 48% of top management feel pressure to bend the rules. By bending such rules, it can cause unethical behaviour to occur and can result in ethical downfall. According to Jennings 2006, there are 7 signs of ethical collapse, one of which being the pressure to maintain numbers. This is due to many organisations strive to become market leader and can result in financial goals being prioritised to sustainability goals. This can cause an imbalance within the organisation's sustainable growth, which can relate to Young and Dandy's 2013 triple bottom line theory, which is a concept which focuses on the 3 Ps: people, planet and prosperity, in order to direct businesses to becoming sustainable. The reason this relates to ethical collapse is due to the environmental performance and social performance being compromised. To ensure that the organisation do not have an ethical downfall, the correct leader should be employed. According to Northheist 2012, there are a multitude of qualities of ethical leadership, one of which being character. By implementing a leader with character, it means integrity and reliability is at the heart of the organisation. This links with the Josephson Institute 2008 theory, which identifies 6 attributes of leaders' character: to be trustworthy, respectful, responsible, and fair, and so on. An organisation which operates ethically and sustainably to try and reach net zero emissions. However, this was not always the case, where profit was prioritised over people, which was apparent due to the 2010 oil rig explosion, which caused 49 million gallons of oil to spill into the Gulf of Mexico. CEO Tony Hayward was reluctant to take any blame for this disaster. This does not show qualities of Northhouse's 2012 ethical leadership, as he only showed self-interest, and therefore caused many to believe Hayward was neglecting helping the situation. After the BP disaster took place, measures were put in place to improve organisations' operation in the form of an environmental management system. OVO Energy is a company within the energy sector which operates in an ethical manner, as they only supply 100% renewable energy, which brings sustainable power to over 4 million homes, as well as their Plant Promise initiatives, which plant over 1 million trees in a year in the UK. By doing so, OVO Energy follows the triple bottom line theory, as they are not only ethically considering the planet, people and prosperity. An environmental management system for a number of reasons, some of which being due to external pressures from stakeholders and internal drivers due to the benefits environmental management systems bring to the organisation. An environmental management system is a process a business follows to identify, manage, monitor and control their environmental impact and issues in a holistic manner. There are external pressures from government to implement an environmental management system to aid the goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2050. Lawrence et al. Model for organisational input/output depicts the way an organisation operates in their relationship with the environment. The model explains how organisations take resources from the environment to transform them into their product, and in doing so producing waste and emissions. According to the Scottish Environment Protection Agency, organisations may wish to implement an environmental management system to ethically improve environmental impact. An accreditation which is beneficial for organisations to be certified with is ISO 14001, which is a framework in place to aid businesses' endeavours towards sustainable excellence. The accreditation is granted to those companies who establish accordance with the accreditation standards. However, there is a 10-step process to methodically identify their weaknesses in order to tackle the environmental barriers to become sustainable. Out of the 10 steps, there are 5 which are more significant than the rest, which are shown in the table below. A model which is assembled to aid continual improvement is the ISO Plan, Do, Check Act. The model creates transparency in all processes of the operation in cooperation with both legislation and regulations. The initial stage, which allows for a gap analysis to conclude the areas of improvement within the organisation. The second stage is the Do stage, where businesses recognise and implement properties needed to strengthen the organisation. The Check stage, which details the organisational monitoring against the business's new environmental management system to ensure that targets are met. And finally, the Act stage, which acts to continually improve and renew policies. BP was known not to have the best impact on the environment. However, there have been measures took within their business which show their capabilities of improving their sustainability. BP have employed an environmental management system with a multitude of policies, one of which being the ISO 14001, which was implemented in July 2010. This was implemented as a result of the oil spill in April 2010, when the company realised their ethical duty was to improve the way that they affect the environment. After such disaster, BP have dedicated themselves to becoming net zero and succeeding across their operations, sales and production, where they have dedicated $68 billion in the transition. OVO Energy is known for being innovative in the field of sustainable energy. They are not certified in the ISO Global Register. This is due to OVO Energy having their own environmental management system in place, and they do not need to be, as they are known for their ethical measures already taken for sustainable energy. One accreditation with great benefits for the organisation, such as retaining new customers, and for this reason I would recommend for them to do so. To overcome the challenges that BP faced throughout the oil spill, they should continue to keep implementing sustainable frameworks and models within their environmental management system to better their reputation and their ethical way of operating.